IVM.
There's a cat in the movie and the cat has a name. Do you guys remember what the cat's name was?
Not Max.
Mary?
Sure.
Mary
No.
something, no?
You're
Is she-
close.
Mary. Karl Marx?
Yes, it was a Marxist cat.
Chandrachur
She didn't
ko
belong.
bachati, he
She
just
belonged
picks
to
him up.
everyone.
Yeah.
ए तेरे को बोला ना पॉडकास्ट का वो एरिया तेरा एरिया और ये एरिया अपन का एरिया
क्यों? Has it aged well? तेरे बाप का है क्या?
क्यों तेरा माँ ने तेरे को नहीं बताया?
इसकी माँ का?
Hello and welcome to Has It Aged Well, presented to us by our friends at Wildstone Perfumes. Check out their new badass fragrance range which is out right now. My name is Abbas. With me in the studio is my co-host Urjita Vani. And that quote, if you hadn't guessed, except for the last part, was from the 2000 super hit called Josh, starring Shahrukh Khan, Sharad, Kapoor, Aishwarya Rai, Priya Gill, and a lot more people. And to talk to us about Josh, in full Josh, is our friend, stand-up comedian, writer. He's a very funny guy. Please welcome to the studio, Mr. Madhvendra Singh.
Hello.
ऐसे नहीं यार, जोश का एपिसोड क्या रे,
Hello,
क्या चल
everyone.
रहा है?
हाँ, बिच्छू गैंग की तरफ से.
Like a Madhvendra का high pitch भी low pitch है.
You thought a lot and then you gave it your
Yeah.
best shot. But Madhvendra, you've come dressed in your best Goan attire.
Yeah. this is
welcome to
what
Has
I'll-
It Aged Well.
हाँ.
And
Like what I will wear in Goa. So, हाँ.
Josh from 2000 is a film we're discussing today. Did the suggestion come from you? And I remember we had a bit of a conversation and you said that Josh will be interesting to discuss.
I think you suggested Mohra and Josh.
Yes.
And then I thought Mohra would be funnier.
Hmm.
But then तुमने बोला Josh. तो हमने बोला ठीक है, it's Josh. And Josh was actually a better pick, I think.
Oh,
so.
really?
हाँ.
Hmm.
Actually, you watched both the films.
But yeah, I think I loved it when it came like 2000s में ना. तो तब तो मतलब था भी anticipation and everything. And मूवी का impact भी है. Like I think जगह जगह बच्चे बन गए थे Eagle and Bichchu gang वाले
Yes.
अपने आप
Yeah.
को.
Every school.
And
हाँ.
even now, like on Twitter, whenever there is like a argument happening between two parties, तो कोई बोलता है अरे आ गई Eagle gang, Bichchu gang. अभी भी वो रहता है. So yeah, definitely impact तो है मतलब.
बच्चों ने साइकिल की चेन मोजो में रखना शुरू कर दिया था तो मतलब that is big but like yeah, movie.
और अंडे बंदूक पे फोड़ना चालू किया था. If you remember that scene.
Of course, this is the debut for Shahrukh Khan, the playback singer. And in the opening credits, when the singers come, Shahrukh Khan is the top name, even above Udit Narayan and
Wow.
Hemasar Desai. So this is also a film known for that. But directed by Mansoor Khan, we've discussed one Mansoor Khan film before, Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar. He made Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak, Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar, Akele Hum Akele Tum. And then he made this. Vaguely inspired by
Then he made this.
And after this he shifted to Ooty full time, right?
Yes.
Like I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this, he's not directed any film. He
Yeah.
produced Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na.
वहाँ पे हम
Oh, yeah,
जैसे वो
जानते
डबल
जानते।
रोटी बनाते हैं.
Yeah. he's actually become a self-help author.
Wow.
He writes books about
Yeah.
about self-help and helping yourself. So I don't know what Josh did to his psyche, but that's what happened. But you were talking about when it came out. So how old were you when it came out? This came out in 2000.
13.
23 years ago. You were 13 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember? So we were briefly talking before we started rolling.
हाँ.
You grew up in Tikamgarh.
Tikamgarh.
Where is this and what is the cinema culture in Tikamgarh
There's
like?
no cinema culture in Tikamgarh. उस टाइम पे जो केबल पे टीवीज मूवीज आती थी वो ही देखते थे. But there was a hall जिसमें I can count movies जो हमने देखी हैं जाके. It was start with हम आपके हैं कौन और बाजीगर was the first movie I think. हम आपके हैं कौन, DDLJ, Jurassic Park in Hindi,
Okay.
and last movie I saw in theater was Dhadkan.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And this was when I would be like maybe 10 साल 11 साल and then all the theaters in Tikamgarh just converted to those B grade movie theaters.
Right.
I'm like यहाँ पे लोग सिर्फ यही देखते हैं कि ये क्या है सिटी का representation.
Right.
All
Tikamgarh
normal.
is in Rajasthan?
MP
MP,
but very
okay.
close to UP.
Okay. Okay. Why did you need to make that classification?
Yeah, I thought you meant very close to Rajasthan because that was the conversation.
हम पे मत डालो, ये यूपी के बॉर्डर पे है, ठीक है?
हाँ नहीं, वो हम बोलते तो I think ज़्यादा clarify हो जाएगी. It's like the UP, Jhansi and all that place.
So उधर कोई मतलब A grade movies का theater नहीं बचा था.
अब theater नहीं बचे हैं. अभी भी नहीं है, मतलब अभी तो मतलब फिर भी थोड़ा सा better होता जा रहा है शहर, but theaters नहीं है. Like people who have money, they were going to like Jhansi and driving and like watching movies.
So Madhvendra, when was the first time you did watch Josh in your life? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think in the same year, 2000s. Like
on
maybe
cable,
yeah.
On TV.
1 or 2 months after release date, whenever it came on TV, तो हम लोग wait करते थे. अच्छा पता होता था.
Okay.
But did you enjoy back then?
Yeah, of course.
You really liked it. What was the first thing that... Okay, this is a question I wanted to ask you both because you're boys. Yeah. So what was the... So, okay, first you go. What was the first thing that you noticed about Josh that you really liked? Like, you know, when people watched underrated movies like Dum. Like, I remember वो time पे Dum, मेरे जो school के boys थे. Dum, yeah.
Vivek Oberoi Dum.
Yeah, Vivek Oberoi Dum.
It's an underrated film, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that overrated.
Definitely not overrated.
If you had to ask Vivek Oberoi वाली, मतलब definitely underrated ही थी.
Okay, sure.
तो like ऐसे वैसी कोई मूवी देखने के बाद लोगों को लगता था कि मुझे मारामारी करने का मन कर रहा है, और मे बी लाइक द रोमांस पार्ट ऑफ इट कि आई विल बीट अप बॉयज फॉर अ गर्ल इवन दो द गर्ल इज नॉट गिविंग मी भाव, जस्ट एनीथिंग. सो वैसे जोश में लाइक डू यू रिमेंबर एनीथिंग अबाउट इट कि तुम्हारे स्कूल के बच्चे और कॉलेज, स्कूल ओनली ना, नॉट कॉलेज, या तो स्कूल के बच्चे मतलब वर दे पिकिंग अप द एक्सेंट, द गोअन एक्सेंट?
नहीं, उतना इम्पैक्ट नहीं हुआ था बिकॉज इन माई स्कूल ऑल्सो आई वाज द ओनली वन हु वुड वॉच लाइक मूवीज एंड लाइक जाके हम बाकियों को स्टोरी सुना देते थे कि ये हुआ. इट वाज एंटरटेनमेंट की चेन बहुत ही वीक थी. सो ऐसा कुछ पिकअप तो नहीं हुआ था, बट फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन वाज ऑलवेज लाइक दैट या वाला साउंड ट्रैक था, दैट इज जस्ट लाइक स्टक इन योर हेड सिंस लाइक फॉरएवर. तो बट हाँ, गैंग बनाने का था, हमारा तो बिल्कुल नहीं था, क्योंकि गैंग बनती भी तो हम ही पिटते, तो मतलब there is no point.
So there were no gangs or anything. Wait, but this is very interesting. So if there was no cinema culture in your city and time, तो तुम लोग पर्सनालिटी किसकी चुराते थे बच्चे लोग?
पर्सनालिटी किसकी चुराते थे?
तुम मूवी नहीं देख रहे तो पर्सनालिटी किसकी चुरा रहे हो? क्योंकि कहाँ से लाएंगे ना, अपनी थोड़ी ना बनानी होती, चुरानी होती है ना.
अब that I don't know, because for longest time I was watching like Z horror shows, so I hope I've not stolen personality from that.
TV पे you could watch movies. Yeah, I forgot. अच्छा, TV पे, but then okay. So
मेरे को तो बनने का था गुंडा. I was like, Max is the coolest guy ever. I want to be this.
But even though Max troubled Chandrachur Singh so much, despite
so that's the thing, right? The thing is, this film shows you the what do you call, the beta male also, along with 2 alpha males. Yeah. It shows you the more subdued, the more civilized city boy.
And they haven't made him attractive at all.
They
haven't given him anything. Zara, nothing about him. And I'm not saying just in terms of look. Chandrachur Singh is a
Chandrachur, if you're watching
guy.
this,
he's a cute guy, but I'm just saying that you haven't done anything to make his character attractive. He's just this subdued, submissive guy जिसको मारते रहते हैं लोग और वो उनको माफ करता रहता है. There is nothing. Even
he's a stan, guys. He's a stan. That's what he is. Chandrachur. What's his name? His character name is Rahul Sharma. This is one of the few times Shahrukh is not Rahul.
Yeah.
It's the other guy.
Yeah.
But I want, you know what, the thing I loved about Josh back then, I remember, is more than Max's verbal this thing with the Sharad Kapoor character. When the cops catch him and how he used to do the joking with the cops, वो मेरे को ज़्यादा impressive लगता था कि अरे पुलिस को बता दिया इसने, क्या solid आदमी है. So for me, for the longest time, I wanted to be like, but like Madhvendra, obviously I was also a nerd and I could never imagine making a gang. And obviously the gang, Eagle, Bichchu gang जो खेलते थे स्कूल में, वो पिटते हम ही जैसे लोग थे कि ये चश्मे वाले मोटे इनको मार के भाग जाते.
तुम पिट चुके हो.
अरे बहुत पिटा हूँ यार. But yeah, whatever you want to call it, the masculinity or the whole thing, which is the point I wanted to come to. Interestingly, so this film is vaguely inspired by West Side Story.
Yeah.
And in that, which is a musical, okay, तो उसमें ना जब भी fight होने वाली होती थी वो लोग गाना गाने लगते थे. It was a very sort of subverting the masculinity in rather than fighting, they're singing it out, right? In this film, it happens only once when they sing Sailaru Sailare. Uske baad it's all violence and mara-mari and all of that. So I wondered, like, why did Mansoor Khan take, like, after teasing us that it's not going to be your typical masculine Mardhad story, it ends up being that. But Urjita, you as a girl this time
This time, yes.
Had you seen Josh
Every
before?
time it
And
keeps changing.
had you seen Josh before? What was your
Yes,
your
as a
impression?
child I had seen Josh with my family on TV and
Okay.
मुझे इतना वही ना बचपन में रहता तुमको इतना मारधाड़ वगैरह मारधाड़ वाला सीन आता तो मेरी मम्मी आग बंद करने बोलते हैं आग बंद करो बेटा और अभी ना मम्मी नहीं करती मैं खुद ही बंद कर देती कि मुझे नहीं देखनी मारधाड़ बट आई रिमेम्बर आई वाज रूटिंग फॉर ऐश्वर्या एंड चंद्रचूर सिंह but in a very weird incestuous way I was like if Shahrukh Khan and Aishwarya could get together that would be great even though I knew they were brothers and sisters I was like कि नहीं पता नहीं इनमें में ज्यादा chemistry है which is also true
Which is true.
they both
They
have
have the
way
best
more
chemistry in the
chemistry
movie.
than Chandrachur and Aishwarya Rai.
Yeah, true.
Like because see this movie na I properly observed it this time.
Yeah.
This movie is about a guy who drops all his career plans, everything just to impress a girl.
Yeah.
And it's like इतना कैसे कोई सिंप हो सकता है? वो लड़की तुम्हारे दुकान में चूहे आके छोड़ रही है. वो लड़की का भाई तुम्हारी दुकान फोड़ रहा है. कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो तुम. You are just like कि नहीं मैं माफ कर दूंगा. So much so that in the end like he was this close. I mean of course reason वगैरह मिलता है and that is why spoiler alert. He you know forgives Max for almost killing his brother.
Yeah.
But man yeah he's just like how far will you go to get that pussy? Like what?
Wow, Urjita, wow. Is this thing called love? Okay, true love.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But I think जब वो यहाँ पे तुम्हारा जो था ना शाहरुख एंड ऐश्वर्या के लिए रूटिंग एंड लाइक जब देवदास आई होगी तो आई मैनिफेस्टेड दिस फाइनली
But guys, that's the reason Salman Khan didn't take the Max role. It was offered to Salman first.
Oh.
And he was about to date Aishwarya Rai. And he was like, on screen, if we play brother and sister, it's going to be, it will not be perceived well. So that's why he said no. So interestingly, Mansoor Khan offered the Max role to Amir Khan. Mansoor Khan offered the Rahul, the Chandrachur Singh role to Amir Khan. And even though I didn't find any proof of this, but I think this, in an alternate universe, this could have been Salman playing
Pepsi
Max.
ad.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Salman playing Max, Shahrukh Khan playing the Sharad Kapoor character, and Amir playing the simpleton from the town, from the city.
Nice.
So it could have been the biggest movie of all time. YRF Spy Universe be damned, but wasn't to be.
But now that you say it, now that you mention it, I think if Amir Khan would have played Chandrachur, then he would have done something with the character. Then it would have been very likable.
Yeah.
So Amir's reason for not taking the role, apparently he was approached after Shahrukh was cast, was that on paper Shahrukh's role is stronger and he'll get more screen time.
He was
So,
right, yeah. Something that Sunny Deol couldn't figure out, Amir Khan did.
It's not only his height which is small.
Dude, but the funny part is that most of these actors did not want to take Shahrukh Khan's role because Aishwarya Rai behan ho jati. And the funny thing is, Amir Khan and Aishwarya Rai were Rakhi brothers and sisters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
They were in a popular Pepsi ad.
But they have never done a movie together.
That's Dhoom? Dhoom 2? No, he's in Dhoom
no.
3. Yeah,
That's
correct.
Katrina. Yeah,
That's true actually. Wow, I wonder why. But the opening credits are very... It reminded me of K-Serial, guys. Like a Josh, everything, J, fire is coming out and all of that. It was very impactful opening credits. The actual director's name is Abbas Ali, so just want to say Abbas representation. Yeah, after a long time. Last time also was a film produced by Mansoor Khan, Jana Tujhe Jana. This has Abbas Ali. And the film starts... So I'm a little confused, okay. So the film is based in Goa. First of all, I totally forgot it's based in 1980. Okay, if you remember, nothing in the film tells you that it's from 1980.
That is true.
It's just there for the heck of it. And we start with a history lesson that they're in a place called Vasco, which really exists. The place is called Vasco da Gama in Goa. Now that place is named after the Vasco da Gama, the explorer.
Not the Vasco da Costa.
Yeah, so the Vasco in this film, he's not Vasco da Gama, right?
Yeah.
He's Vasco da Costa.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, and so they've rewritten history in order to make Josh, which is sure a choice.
Yeah. Because also it wasn't apparent that they have rewritten history. Because I was also thinking, क्या पता होगा एक गाँव जहाँ पे वास्को रहेगा.
Yeah.
You never know. Because I knew that there is some land situation in Goa. This I know कि है कुछ तो चल रहा है. तो I assume that होगा. Maybe this could be one of the many situations.
That's the other thing. This film in the second half just becomes about land laws. And I'm like, no, I don't know why we are now about court battle about land laws. But yeah, that happens, and then we're introduced to Bichchu gang and Eagle gang. if you had a choice to be in Bichchu gang or Eagle gang, which one would you choose and why?
I think of course Shahrukh's side, which is Eagle Gang. I mean,
It's
no
the
question
cool,
asked.
the cool
कौन जा रहा
cooler
है?
animal also.
क्योंकि वो
Urjita,
ट्रांजिशन में दिखा रहे हैं, जब चंद्रचूड़ वहां से वहां जाता है ना, तो सडनली मतलब इतना गंदा एक्सपोजिशन होता है, बोलता मैं जा रहा हूँ, वो रोड क्रॉस करके बोलते मत जाओ, बोलते मैं जा रहा हूँ, then suddenly goes to Eagle area, there's like sign of graffiti of love, like pigeons flying, I'm like बोलता wow, what an area. I'm like this is a gang area. So in general Eagle
Because of
was
the graffiti you will go.
Yeah.
Rapper
graffiti
बनना है
is
क्या
cool.
आपको?
rapper नहीं, but like that just looked like a better place.
Yeah. I would stay with the Chandrachur Singh wali gang because
Chandrachur wasn't in any gang.
नहीं
His
नहीं
brother
Chandra
was.
his brother's gang. I'll tell you why, because वो थोड़ा entrepreneurial
Oh,
mindset
right,
के भी थे.
correct.
वो बेकरी का दुकान खोल रहे हैं. You know, they are actually, I feel like then they would do something for my career also. So ऐसा मतलब नहीं कि सिर्फ मारधाड़ करना है. शाहरुख इट सीम लाइक उसको बस मारधाड़ में इंटरेस्ट है.
अरे
He wasn't like doing anything else. Like even before Chandrachur Singh entered, his brother Sharad Kapoor,
Yeah.
he was still like वो
Prakash, his name was
प्रकाश, हाँ प्रकाश वो घर वर खाली करवा रहा है. वो खुद सोच रहा है कि कैसा बड़ा बनना है. माना कि काम इलीगल है, पर फिर भी कुछ तो सोच रहा है ना.
Prakash
ऐसा
had
नहीं-
ambition, he was the only
That's
person.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
No one
Max का ambition क्या था? गाड़ी पेंट करना है और गाड़ी को किसी ने हाथ लगा तो उसको तोड़ देना है. That
और
was his
हाँ,
only ambition.
गाड़ी and Aishwarya Rai को किसी ने हाथ लगा.
हाँ.
Very toxic brother.
Yeah, very much. So that's why I would not go with the Max gang.
Is this so? Tell me if you got this vibe. The Eagle Bichchu gang almost seems like Catholic versus non-Catholic. Was that implied that this part of the town, this part of Vasco belongs to the Catholics? It has the it has the church. It has like overwhelmingly people dressed in ways that you perceive as Catholic, and the other side.
Yeah.
So they don't want to say that, Christian and non-Christian, but it's implied, right? Even the first
Probably.
time when Rahul
Yeah.
goes over to that side and the other gang members are, "Hey, mat jao udhar," and he sees these things which he doesn't see in his part of the town.
Yeah.
And he's like, these things are so beautiful.
It's a proper holiday town जब वो जाता है, लोग साइकिल चला रहे हैं, हम like वहाँ पे तो नहीं थे, वहाँ पे तो मतलब तोड़ वोड़ रहे थे.
Agreed.
And he also mentions this, like Shahrukh Khan. So it just seems like Eagle part is like the people who are like trying to preserve old Goa culture.
Correct.
Yeah.
The
Not pull it
Portuguese
out.
culture. That's what the film
Yeah.
starts with. कि
And
ये,
वो उसे बोलता है
yeah.
भाई ये तुम साला गाँवटी लोग जब से आया
Yeah,
है,
yeah.
इधर पे ये हो रहा है.
Yeah. And Prakash uses the slang "maka pao" a couple of times, which wouldn't flow today, but back then it did. So I think it is implied that
What is
there
Maka Pao?
So it's a derogatory term used for Christians. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Sake
that
of it.
word Kutreya was first coined in this film, क्या कि पहले भी था?
No, it wasn't coined, but I think this film definitely popularized it
Yeah.
because Shahrukh uses it a lot.
बट महाराष्ट्रियंस कुतरा बचपन से
हाँ,
बोलते हैं.
Okay, but
मराठी
मैं films में
पुरानी
हमें
पुरानी
लगा था-
मठरा मराठी मूवीज में भी कुतरा है ऐसा.
Okay.
But I think you're somewhat right, because even I was watching this, I was like, कि हाँ मेरे school में भी there was like, if you had to plot a graph of Kutriya being used, it was very low, and suddenly it spiked and then never went away. And I think Josh was the reason.
Yeah, but then here's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, I've noticed that a Maharashtrian saying kutra is different from a non-Maharashtrian saying kutra, because we Maharashtrians, we focus on the r, and non-Maharashtrians focus on the t. Kutrya and we kutrya. It's different,
I
slightly,
don't know.
very slightly.
My Maharashtrian producer is nodding his head, but मेरे को दोनों same ही sound किया. Again, Maharashtrian one is
हाँ,
Maharashtrian version is
kutrya
and
and
non-Maharashtrian.
kutrya. ये मैंने एकदम slowed down version बताया for your understanding.
Interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
so you can say you're saying that you can, if I'm going on a road and someone yells at me Kutriya, I can tell if he's Maharashtrian or not.
You
based
can't.
on-
I probably will be able
Wow.
to.
Okay.
Yes.
Ethnicity.
Fine. Please direct all the Kutriyas. Does Kutriya apply to both female and male?
Kutri.
Oh.
Kutri is for female. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and kutre for non-binary.
But you were talking about writers. So none of the writers are actually from Goa or have a Konkani background. Once again, Neeraj Vora is one of the writers of the film. A lot of 90s films that we've covered, he's often the writer or co-writer. Mansoor Khan was the other. The third writer who's done some writing work on this was Atish Kapadia. You know who Atish Kapadia is?
Yes, Khichdi.
Khichdi, Sarabhai versus Sarabhai.
Sarabhai.
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
co-founded Hats Off Production with J.D. Majetia,
Yeah.
who played Himansu. the guy who plays Himanshu in
Okay,
Khichdi.
yeah.
He Ben
Atish Kapadia, if I'm not wrong, he's the poet guy from Sara Bhai vs Sara Bhai, right?
Yes, he made an appearance.
Popat kaka ki atma jaye ud ud. He's that guy.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's him exactly. So he's also one of the co-writers. Actually, he's done quite a few writing work with Vipul Shah also. Aankhein Mein, I think also he has a writing
Yeah,
credit.
yes, he had.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot Sushant Singh has a pretty good role,
Yeah,
like a sizable
very-
role in the film.
Plot वही बनाता रहता है. मैं just like a side में, oh wow.
Yeah.
And
Even Sushant.
he has the same exact look that he has in Satya also, that we discussed. So I guess he was also early on in his career typecast as the Gunda guy. So
The
he's
sidekick of a
Gunda
Gunda.
sidekick.
Yeah.
Ali Asghar is in the film, also playing one of the goons, popular from the Kapil Sharma show.
Goons and also bakers. बाद में bakery संभालने लगता है.
तुरंत switch हो जाता है.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
suddenly
That
this.
switch is like as easy जैसा चंद्रचूड़ का भी switch था ना, वो एकदम से
हाँ, वही
मैं
तो.
अभी गवाही दूंगा भाई का, नेक्स्ट डे
हाँ.
आके कोर्ट पे किसी को बताया भी नहीं.
बताया नहीं. हाँ, बोला कि मैं मुंबई जाऊंगा, करियर बनाऊंगा, यहाँ पे कुछ फोकस ही नहीं है, कुछ यहाँ पे कोई स्कोप ही नहीं है मेरा. और ऐश्वर्या देखता है, एक्चुअली यू नो व्हाट माँ, मैं इधर छोटा सा रेडी लगा लूंगा, पर इधर ही रहूंगा, फॉर यू, नॉट फॉर एनीवन एल्स.
Yeah, that one little for like a good 10 minutes, the film becomes about competing bakeries of one
Yeah.
where they show rats going into the, and very conveniently they change the name of the bakery also from
Treat house to
Treat
rat
house
house.
to rat
house.
house.
Like wow, क्या बात है. Sharad Kapoor had a moment in the late 90s, early 2000s. Do you remember Sharad Kapoor from anything else
Of
apart
course,
from?
Sharad Kapoor went on from harassing Sushmita Sen to harass brother of Aishwarya Rai in next movie. I think that's
Which movie did he
is
harass
this,
Sushmita
Sen?
in?
that movie. No, he played as a stalker, Dastak or something.
I'm not sure.
सुष्मिता की पहली मूवी थी आई थिंक,
But
जिसमें
हाँ,
शरद कपूर
harassment
वाज
वाली
लाइक
शक्ल
द
है तो सही उसकी.
डर
So
टाइप
I
का
believe,
कैरेक्टर था
yeah.
उसका. ही वाज लाइक टोटली स्टॉकिंग हर,
Oh.
in which सुष्मिता played Miss Universe and उसके बाद से this guy is a lover of her, and then she has I think that guy जो जस्सी में कौन था that
Oh, Sharad Kapoor, I remembered he was also there in BB number 1. BB number 1 नहीं, गोविंदा की मूवी कौन सी थी
क्योंकि मैं झूठ
क्योंकि
नहीं
मैं झूठ
बोलता.
नहीं बोलता.
हाँ,
He
हाँ,
played
हाँ,
his brother-in-law. Not brother-in-law, he
he
played
was a
his,
good villain. He's a
yeah.
I think good actor who can be villain I think so. But
Yeah.
villains I think
You're right. He was in a film called Dastak.
Dastak.
But I'm very curious. I need to read the plot synopsis. Dastak is a 1996 psychological thriller
Wow.
directed by Mahesh Bhatt. Of
Already
course.
sold. Yeah.
Yes, Sushmita Sen's debut film, co-starring Mukul Dev and Sharad Kapoor as the villain.
Mukul Dev.
You're right. I'm just trying to figure out, did she actually play a Miss Universe in this? Sushmita Sen plays Miss Universe. Sushmita Sen, you're right.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great memory,
क्या
Madhvendra.
बात है. मतलब
ये सारी केबल पे देखी हुई
बिना
मूवीज है.
सिनेमा
It's just
हॉल
like
के भी
imprinted.
ये सब पता है माधवेंद्र भाई को.
Wasn't he also in Jani Dushman, Sharad Kapoor?
Yes, I
Yes,
think
he
he
was.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think he's made a couple of TV appearances, but by and large he seems to have disappeared from the limelight now. Aishwarya also was not was still quite new. I think she made her debut in '97, and this was her third or fourth Hindi film. She'd done Aab Lord Chale, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, Tal, and
all the big
Josh.
ones.
But Josh was in production for a good 3 years, so I think she must have signed on around the time when Aab Lord Chale came out. But she's good in this film. I think Aishwarya was really good. What did you think, Madhvendra?
So I think she's very pretty in this film, and like right now when I saw it, her character is full AD. मतलब वो कुछ भी करती है. Psycho.
असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर यू मीन.
नहीं मतलब साइको पागल टाइप की लड़की है वो
एडी
तो
एडी मतलब हील यू मीन.
नहीं सो उसका कैरेक्टर शी इज अ
Psycho, yeah.
गॉड fearing god loving person.
Yeah.
At the same time वो चाहती जब वो चंद्रचूड़ बोलता है हे मैं तुझे पसंद करता हूँ जानता है मेरा भाई कौन है ये तेरे को तोड़ डालेगा मैक्स बहुत मजा आएगा मैक्स एंड शी इज लाइक रूटिंग कि मैक्स उसके हाथ पांव तोड़ दे.
She gets some weird kick out
out
of
of-
Max kicking other boys who are interested in
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
That's a very
so-
weird angle.
When I saw it now तो अभी मतलब objectively actually everyone is very shitty in this movie. चंद्रचूड़ का कैरेक्टर ही मतलब ठीक ठाक स्ट्रेट कैरेक्टर है जो मतलब he's trying to do the right thing but it's Chandrachur so it's unlikable.
Yeah.
बेचारा. It's not unlikable but
He's like the R/nice guy.
Yeah, but
he's like कि
Wait,
ऐसे
what
तो
is
मेरी
what else like what gets posted on this Reddit?
no ऐसे like कि I am the nice guy because मैंने ये सब चीजें
अच्छा,
की है and not
okay.
because I have a personality. Don't
Right.
like you have to like me because मैं ये सब की but ऐसे उसकी भी गलती नहीं है. He was I like the fact that he wasn't imposing himself on her. Like beyond a point he was just like कि वो उसके गया एक दो बार पीछे गया but he did not stalk her or anything. बस
like-
first scene में वो stalk किया.
हाँ
उसके बाद नहीं, उसके बाद he was minding his own business और ऐश्वर्या उसके business
क्योंकि
में
वो
टांग
बहुत
अड़ा
बार
रही
पिक
है.
चुका था तो he had to mind his own business. शरद कपूर ने बोल नहीं शरद the good Sharad, the cop Sharad, no?
Yeah.
Sharad Saxena. Yeah.
Who for some weird reason is not dressed in a police worthy. He's dressed like one of those Chicago cops, a white shirt with the suspenders, like very weird.
उसने अच्छे से देखा था West Side Story को. I will bring my own costumes.
Yeah. What do you think of Aishwarya in the film?
I mean I liked her. She's very pretty. And the one thing that was so frustrating about her is her frizzy hair looked so good. उसका frizzy hair इतना बढ़िया दिखता है, मेरा इतना गंदा
वो
क्यों
frizzy
दिखता
hair
है?
है क्या?
It was
Oh,
frizzy
shit.
hair. Yeah. There's nothing, no drop of
Guys, when it
conditioner
comes
in
to
that
hair
hair.
opinions, I like to set this one out.
उसका मतलब पूरा full मूवी में natural hair है. You like could you make out कि उसने कुछ भी लगाया है बालों को? No, it was. I think that is the most natural hair I have seen like in recent times and even in old movies. Because वो टाइम पे कैसे या तो पूरा स्ट्रेटनिंग दिख रहा है, इस्त्री से स्ट्रेटनिंग किया है, हाँ नहीं तो नेचुरली सॉफ्ट हेयर है. लाइक मैंने फ्रिजी हेयर किन के देखे. आई एम सॉरी टू टॉक अबाउट हेयर गाइस, बट नगमा, ऐश्वर्या राय, करिश्मा कपूर, सोनाली बेंद्रे, इन लोगों के नेचुरली फ्रिजी हेयर देखे हैं मैंने मूवीज में.
चंद्रचूर अपने बाल आयरन करवा रहा होगा,
या
सेट पे टेंशन ले रहा होगा.
या so that's but no, in terms of acting I think she was okay only. Aishwarya was being Aishwarya, high pitched Aishwarya.
Yeah, I think characters are like made that way only कि
yeah.
the gunda and like तो मतलब it's
and like in terms of sounding like a Goan, I think she comes like a close second to Shahrukh. मतलब very वो दोनों they were very convincing as Goans.
Yeah, those two like I'm like एक तो ये कौन से hottest twins हैं मतलब पूरी दुनिया के दो extremely hot लोग.
Yeah.
Do you know Shahrukh wore blue contact lenses throughout the film to look similar to Aishwarya? Yes, that was his one.
मेरा ये भी एक प्रॉब्लम था. एज एन आई हैड अ क्वेश्चन कि मुझे ना एक्चुअली दैट वुड हैव बीन वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग अगर शाहरुख, एक तो शाहरुख और ऐश्वर्या की मॉम, हाउ डज शी डाई फाइनली? That I never figured. Like
That's
her,
a good question.
उनका जो वास्को दा गामा नहीं, sorry, वास्को जो बाप है, वास्को दा बाप है, उसको मिलने आता है. Okay, he looks at her, she looks at him, and after that she's shown cleaning the floor, and after that the next scene is just of her in the coffin. So I'm like, but how does she die? Like
I guess it's implied out of sadness, loneliness.
जब वो trauma वो वापस आता है. Maybe.
But that was a good thing about this movie because in every song, no, the story was proceeding, and I just love those songs. Just मतलब गाना चला and like it was a story which just
and the music complements it so well.
Music is
so well. वो जिंदा है हम तो वाला जो story वाला music है.
हाँ.
अरे मतलब तुम MP3 सुन रहे हो तो भी समझ रहे हो ये बाजू में कुछ तो हो रहा है, कुछ तो अलग से हो रहा है, ये नाच तो नहीं रहे ये वाले पैच में. वो
कार्निवल फील वगैरह सब कुछ. मतलब फर्स्ट सॉन्ग भी मतलब गानों की वजह से आई थिंक जोश इज लाइक सो, एंड गानों की वजह से लंबी भी है बट लाइक स्टिल बट
ये these are not skippable songs, all of them.
Music I think has aged the best. I think this is one of Anu Malik's best like soundtracks.
Probably.
A.R. Rahman had signed on to do the film but had to let go because I think he was doing Taal at that time and he couldn't do the music. But Anu Malik has given one of the best soundtracks. Should we talk about the music or should we do some other?
I know I had another question about the story only. I think like don't you guys think that it would have been way more interesting अगर शाहरुख और शर्ली का ग्रोइंग अप वाला लाइफ दिखाते आफ्टर कि यू नो उसमें भी अगर स्टोरी में कुछ बता देते. बिकॉज इफ़ यू थिंक अबाउट इट, आई नो आई एम बीइंग वेरी निटपिकी, बट जिनकी मम्मी चली गई बचपन में ही, ठीक है, नाउ दीज टू आर ऑलमोस्ट नहीं ऑर्फन ही है अभी, इनका कोई सपोर्ट नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, और ऐसे भी नहीं इनके नाम पे एक जमीन जो है उनको पता है उनके नाम पे. तो हाउ डिड दे ग्रो अप टू बी सो अल्फा? इनकी आर्मी वगैरह कैसे बनी? लाइक हाउ डिड दे बिकम लाइक द गुंडाज ऑफ गुंडाज? मुझे वो जानना है कि यार इनका ग्रोइंग अप वाला स्टोरी कैसा था. बिकॉज बचपन में इफ यू सी दीज टू वो जो व्हाट डू यू कॉल इट, द चर्च गाय, the priest
Father.
priest
The
father,
father,
yeah,
हाँ.
sorry.
Let's call him the church guy. The church guy.
Like ये पोप तो नहीं है, what you ये क्या?
No,
क्या?
please.
मैं-
Vasco in Goa does not have.
मैं priest मेरे दिमाग में आ नहीं रहा था कि वो priest के काफी influence के अंडर थे. So then you could see that ये दोनों काफी शरीफ बच्चे, like very शरीफ. तो how did they end up becoming gundas?
What's your take on this? I have a take on this.
I think because they were both hot and like always hot, so everyone was like very nice to them. So like उन्हें कमी नहीं महसूस हुई अपनी मम्मी की और like
It was Miss World and the biggest Bollywood star of all time. So
yeah. So
fair.
उनकी gang भी naturally बन गई, was just a thing and like
Right.
I think so.
My take on that is that those who are left alone to fend for themselves, they are the ones who end up becoming alpha because they know life is cruel, so they have to, by hook or crook, make it in life. So they know they can't afford to like not be aggressive in their life too. मतलब life ने उनको इतना दबा दिया कि वो किसी और को मौका नहीं देना चाहते उनको दबाने के लिए.
Fair.
So they're like, yeah, if I have to survive and be violent for it, so be it. And I think it's, I think again, because again, they're twins, but Aishwarya is the younger one. And she grows up looking at her brother being like that. So she's also, this is fine. Violence is fine. Why not? So that's my take on
Maybe
it.
that's why.
Take
think-
that, Madhvendra. That's how you...
No, but I think the reason why they didn't show them growing up and like motherless is because वो West Side Story में नहीं दिखा है. So that's why they had.
So at some point, this film leaves West Side Story like that.
Is it?
So that's my... When I asked the Catholic, non-Catholic thing, you've seen West Side Story?
No.
Okay, you haven't
I just
seen.
read about it today only.
So that story is precisely about Puerto Rican immigrants and white people. Like that's the working class white people and immigrants. That's the fight, and then the love story happens between an immigrant girl and a white boy. So udhar wahan pe wo, through that story the makers wanted to. It came out in the 60s. The civil rights movement and everything was at its peak. तो उनका message वही था कि America can only survive if you all mingle with each other. So when this movie, I thought it was going there, but then it just becomes about land rights and
Okay, so it's not similar क्या story wise.
only the gang aspect of it and the fact that one person from the other gang has fallen in love with the other side. That aspect of it is there, and that the carnival नहीं वो भी तो वो Goan है.
Okay.
So yeah.
Josh actually will be like इसका adaptation का musical type का बनता हो Indian उसमें. I think it would be very nice if they actually
that's not a bad
make
idea.
and pull it off
Yeah,
at
yeah.
NMAC.
Yeah.
उस दिन हम NMAC जाएंगे. जब लोग जोश का.
Have you been so far?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
I mean, I went to collect the Mami passes, but that's
that's
not
all?
count.
You haven't been to the venues.
I have been to the venue because my film was.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Come on.
Nice, yeah.
Don't you think like Josh is this story about like this? Do you want to talk about the weirdly incestuous relationship between Shahrukh Khan and Aishwarya, and like how?
Sure,
they-
let's do that. But I think the only reason it seems incestuous is because we know it's Shahrukh Khan and Aishwarya, right? If it was too unknown, no?
नहीं, just like he is very very possessive about her. मतलब वो ऐसा उसका कैसा है कि ऐश्वर्या किसी के साथ लफड़ा नहीं
That's
कर
true,
सकती,
yeah.
even though वो लफड़ा करे जा रहा है
हाँ.
वो दूसरी के
When
साथ.
in the end she tells him about Chandrachur, he's like उसको मार डालेगा, उसको काट डालेगा.
Yeah.
It's a
And वो एक
little-
scene में भी बोलता हम दोनों हमेशा साथ में रहेंगे.
Yeah,
And I should
that.
like, oh shit.
Exactly.
So what do you want to talk
वो भी
about?
बोलती है कि मैं तेरे को कभी छोड़ के नहीं जाएगी. मैक्स अरे कैसे नहीं जाएगी, वो तो जाएगा तेरा भाई, वो भाभी को आने दे, तेरा ऐसा लात मारेगा तेरा भाई तेरे को.
But that's a bad brother, no? Even for मतलब yeah, that's a bad brother. वो तो क्या अब पता है, but I think उस टाइम पे तो ऐसा written में तो हाँ ऐसा ही भाई होगा.
Yeah, of course.
Did you have a sibling?
Yeah, I have sisters.
You have sisters, okay. So it won't just be awkward. Do you have a brother?
Cousin, but no.
Okay, not a
सगा
brother.
नहीं.
So do you think the incestuous or implied incestuous relationship that purposely put there, or do you think Shahrukh and Aishwarya was so good that just like sort of that's what vibe emanated from the screen?
नहीं उनका रोमांटिक वाइब ऐसा मतलब सी आई थिंक दे हैव डन देयर रोल्स वेल.
Okay.
शाहरुख का जरा भी मतलब ऐसा दिखाई नहीं दिया कि आई लव हर वैसा कुछ नहीं. तो इट वाज द पॉजेसिव पार्ट.
Right.
लाइक मे बी आई एम सो यूज्ड टू सीइंग शाहरुख खान बीइंग द
Exactly,
पॉजेसिव
that's-
पार्टनर की थोड़ा मतलब वो ओवरलैप दिखा कि ये हम तुम्हारे सनम वाली आंखें इधर भी है इसकी सेम चीज.
Actually, that's like how हम लोग का जो शाहरुख गेज है वो रहेगा क्योंकि शाहरुख
Yeah.
और प्रिया गिल के इतना मतलब वो
Yeah.
हाँ,
She's
हाँ.
also in the movie, guys.
कुछ
Yeah.
नहीं,
Yeah.
yeah.
Priya Gill, by the way, was like otherwise you just know her from like a movie with Chandrachur Singh, no?
तेरे मेरे सपने, yeah.
No,
which was-
तेरे में सपना
तेरे
सिर्फ
मेरे
तुम.
अरशद वारसी Oh, Sif Tum also. So Chandrachur Singh and Priya Gill became a pairing. They were in Tere Mere Sapne.
And then he just like Ajnabi'd her with
Wow.
Shahrukh to hit on Aishwarya or whatever.
But I actually wanted to talk about Chandrachur Singh also. He also had a moment. He had a debut with Tere Mere Sapne, which is a good movie. I remember watching it and enjoying it. That I think that is the root of Arshad Warsi's circuit character, because he plays a taxi wala in Tere Mere Sapne.
And Aankh Mare song.
Aankh Mare, yeah. And Priya Gill plays a very humble, simple Tamilian girl in that film.
Oh, I forgot.
उसमें भी कुछ ऐसी angle है. She falls in love with a Christian guy or something like that. So Chandrachur Singh matches he did, for which he got a lot of critical acclaim.
Portfolio is kick-ass.
Yeah. And then again he sort of disappeared. I think he's in Arya.
He is.
Arya, he is.
Yeah. But I like Chandrachur Singh. I'm happy that he's back. I recently saw him having pizza in Kolaba. So
there's a very funny tweet about Chandrachur Singh, no? Someone said ki well, if young Chandrachur Singh can date Aishwarya Rai and old Chandrachur Singh can date Sushmita Sen, then you will
there's
also
hope
find
for
someone.
all of us.
ऐसा क्या? Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
yeah,
guys.
बस hope लिए जा रहा है हर जगह से.
Not that I dated a young Aishwarya Rai, but should take a break.
Old one को भी date कर लेगा अगर chance मिला तो.
I mean, why not? I was always a Sushmita guy rather than Aishwarya.
Achha, okay.
So yeah. Sushmita, now that you've asked for my rating of beauty queens, I'll give it to you.
ये कितना cut होने वाला है ये part?
No, this is staying in, please. Sushmita, Aishwarya, Diana Hayden, Diya Mirza. I was not a big fan of Yukta Mukhi, so she's out. Who else? Is a
Priyanka Chopra,
Priyanka Chopra. Actually, yeah, Priyanka Chopra after Diana Hayden. So
Lara Datta.
As we talked in the partner episode, I don't know. I don't. You people find her way hotter than I do. So
Lara Datta, I think, is very funny.
Yeah.
Funny?
है ना?
हाँ.
Yes, she's very funny.
Really?
In her interviews. I
No,
also
interviews
did
and also
make the
movies
same
वगैरह
point.
भी, I think so.
In movies also she has many funny lines because
Good
she can
timing,
pull it
yeah.
off. Yeah. Very nice. But anyway,
Fine, Lara,
coming
you
back.
make it to the list.
That was not supposed to wing it. Well, like, Abbas, please consider Lara.
I mean,
Don't
you guys
leave her
started
out.
talking about it. Okay, we have to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the real badass segment. We'll talk about the music of Josh and some other segments that we are planning to do. We'll see you on the other side of this break. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe to the channel and share this video with whoever you think will enjoy it. If you're listening to us like a good boy or a girl on audio, then rate and review us. It helps us reach more people. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Hey, Has It Aged Well listeners. Being a fan of this show already makes you a badass. But you know what will complement your badassery even more? The Wildstone Badass Perfume range. They've got 3 kick-ass variants, whiskey, ammo and cigar. I've tried them myself and the fragrances totally live up to their names. And here's a special offer for you guys. Use the promo code IVM10 to get 10% discount applicable on all products on www.wildstone.in. And this 10% discount is over and above whatever deal you're getting on the site anyway. Wildstone Badass Perfume Range. It's too bad for good guys. And we're back on Has It Aged Well. We're discussing Josh from 2000. With me in the studio is my co-host Urjita and our guest Madhvendra Singh. Alright guys, let's get into the real badass segment, which is brought to us by our friends at Wildstone. So Madhvendra, if I had to ask you who you thought was the most badass character from Josh, who would you think it was?
The cop that didn't wear the cop costume, Sharad Saxena, because technically ना वो बिच्छू गैंग से डरता था ना वो ईगल गैंग से डरता था वो किसी की भी मतलब he would fuck with anyone basically. Yeah. तो definitely him. Plus,
good choice. No, that's okay. You've given your badass.
The banter also was nice, no, with him and Shahrukh when they just like were fighting like वो मारता उसे बोलता मैं मूवी देखने गया था Shahrukh like मैं वो मूवी पहले देखा है.
Also, what I liked was like the cop also knew how to like respect another person's authority, because when the father asks him to let him go, he's like, yeah, okay, fine, father. This one time I'm gonna let him go. So he knows his authority and power, but he knows where to like
and
be
he was
lenient
like,
also
like a cop who now knows how to have fun. Like first time he just comes and like they're like fighting, and then they break into dance like Sailaru. They're just it's a dance off, guys. It's a normal, you know.
Yeah, that was very funny. Very funny.
मैं जाता मेरा हो गया.
So Urjita, for you, the most badass character?
For me, the most badass character of this movie was the script. Because even though it shows goons, it does not glorify them even once.
That's a
wow,
good point.
I
great.
never felt like, कि शाहरुख भी बाप है. शाहरुख कोई empathy वाला zone दिया ही नहीं है
I'm
ना
just
शाहरुख के
laughing
लिए.
because the next part will be very funny. But go ahead. You're talking about Shahrukh, yeah.
Yeah, वो शाहरुख और शरद like it's not like कि वो goons है तो मतलब you know how like in contrast to another goon वाला film Once Upon a Time in Mumbai
Right.
where they have glorified them as hell. अजय देवगन अच्छा काम कर रहा है, इतने लोगों की मदद कर रहा है, you feel like rooting for him कि हाँ मारो गोली, you feel but like यहाँ पे it doesn't feel like it. Like I
Correct,
don't feel like rooting for them at all.
Okay.
So I feel the script was very badass in not glorifying goons.
That's
And,
a very unique answer. Nice.
yeah.
Well done. Okay, I'll go.
Bad-
I'll go with the sort of an obvious answer. I think Max was the most badass character. Clearly, between the two of them, between Prakash and Max is the one who's been styled with a very like वो जैसे Hollywood में होता है ना इसकी merchandise बिकेगी. So
Yeah.
you knew that kids are going to emulate Max, and they did.
Yeah, dude, even that earring वो कहाँ थी वो जो उसकी मतलब ना यहाँ थी यहाँ पे ऐसे खींच के फिर यहाँ से
and
लटक
same
रहा है
earring Shirley के भी कान पे थी.
है
Oh.
नहीं Shirley
Yes, Shirley also has the same earring.
her
Because they're
frizzy hair
twins.
hide it well I think
Yeah, so everything Max does, the way he carries himself, the way he speaks, the way he rides the bike, all of that. Max
The
was
way he
a-
rides the way he rides the bike inside the house.
Yeah.
That also.
yeah
और the way जो
यार, मेरे को-
अंडा बनाने के लिए गन कौन यूज करता है? अंडा गन में ठोक के
Max?
बनाता है. ये मैं इतने छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं उसमें. And then I think at one point he also imitates Al Pacino if I'm not wrong.
Robert De Niro.
Robert
You
De Niro,
talking
not
to
Al
me?
Pacino, yeah,
You
Robert De
talking to
Niro.
me?
You talking to
thanks
me?
for reminding me
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Max, a real
Max
badass.
was having Max fun in that movie I think so
he's
yes.
like कि मैंने एक अंग्रेजी पिक्चर देखी है.
वो भी मार धाड़ वाली.
Yeah.
Most badass moment from Josh?
Most badass or like most fun moment because it's I think still remember when Aishwarya goes and like वो चूहे छोड़ती है उसके बोलती है मेरे को purple, pink, blue
Yeah.
ये सब
Yeah.
नहीं होने को मांगता and like होने को मांगता so that is just like so let it be I'll give badass moment to this one and badass to
Yeah.
Sharad
To
the
Sharad
cop
Saxena.
Saxena.
Sharad the cop, yeah. Most badass moment?
Two moments I have.
Okay.
So one, both have I feel Chandrachur Singh was, even though I didn't like him, but I think he was way more badass.
I don't really like
Because,
Chandru. He was the only nice and the guy doing right thing. But he was annoying. He was like too much
Yeah.
preachy kind of.
But like I'll tell you my moments. Okay, the first moment is when he comes face to face with the Shahrukh Khan wala gang. And वो इतना उसको डरा रहे धमका रहे हैं. My thing is कि उसकी जरा भी नहीं फट रही है. He is just like being calm and poised, and it's not like he, there are two ways to approaching gang like this with coolness. एक तो या तो you look them in the eye and you act like कि तू अगर मेरा बाल को हाथ तुला के दिखा तेरी किडनी फोड़ के बाहर निकालूंगा, किडनी का राजमा बनाऊंगा तेरे. It's either that or he actually looked like a सीधा साधा बोला बगला guy. He's like, I know the law. You guys can't do anything. वो मतलब जरा भी he chose the latter. तो I like that कि वो वाला जो इनका जो scene था, where he's trying to do the delivery. वो उसमें उसने he didn't lose his cool. That
Second
one.
one?
Second one is when वो चूहे वाला जो box लेता है वो ऐश्वर्या को देता है. कि like he
Both really
knew
like
it
the
all
चूहा
along.
part of
But
the film.
actually, just one thing about the Chandrachur Singh, वो पूरे टाइम बोलता रहता है मैं सच के साथ हूँ, मुझे सच्चाई से बहुत पसंद है.
Yeah, but he keeps lying for Max.
Yeah, he never
Yeah.
snitches. Why is he so anti-snitching? कभी भी हमेशा ऐसा भी नहीं उस टाइम पे कुछ कर रहा हो कि
Yeah.
important moment पे I can understand कि मतलब चलो ठीक है ऐश्वर्या के लिए उसे impress करने के लिए, but he never snitches. That's a gang member part in him maybe.
Yeah.
What was the second moment?
The rat wala where he gives returns the bag to her.
Oh,
okay.
The rat scene is here.
Yeah, not the rat scene, the fact that he knew कि तूने
Yeah.
वो बैग लाया था. मतलब तभी भी उसने नोटिस किया था वो बैग उसने अंदर डाला है. So
This is the, I think, second episode in a row. I think for Kamine also you did something where you were like, goodwill is the real badass, guys. Like, being good is the real badass moment. For me, it's that moment where Rahul, Sharad Kapoor, comes to Aishwarya's house. He's making a fruit salad, and in that moment Max comes. The moment you're saying where वो घर में bike लेके आ जाता है. So there are a couple of scenes where they've cut with Max about to arrive, and he's like he's riding on the bike and everybody's around. He's like nodding at him, saluting him and everything. like, bro, badass moment. Like everybody, it kind of just builds on my badass character moment only. कि he's so badass that everybody is just.
आप में थोड़ी
bowing
अल्फा
down.
मेलियन है
तो
बस।
है, हाँ, भूल गया।
आप भी चाहते हो, आप जब भी खार रोड एसवी रोड से आए तो सारे सब्जी वाले पेरू वाला आपका देगा, अरे आप भाई क्या यार खाओगे क्या पेरू?
I forgot to ask before we started, which is why I think it'll be funny when we come to you. But your badass character was Sharad Saxena, the cop. So if you had to assign the cop a Wildstone fragrance, whiskey, ammo, or cigar, what do you think he smells like, or who do you want
I
him
think
to
he
smell like?
uses two. He uses ammo and cigar, and ammo on even days and cigar on odd days, something like that.
Okay.
Nice.
Urjita, the script. When Shahrukh and Sharad Kapoor got the bound script in days where there are not even bound scripts available, when they picked it up and smelled it, which Wildstone fragrance?
The script smelled like whiskey.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that is why वो जोश है, वो जो script का जो जोश है.
Urjita's on fire today, guys.
वो smell के through सबको मिला, and what better way to present a script
Than to make it
than
smell
to
like
just make it
whiskey.
smell like Wildstone whiskey perfume.
Ah, nice. Wow. I
Yeah.
feel like I should wrap up the show now. Urjita's done such a good job. So for me, Max would smell like cigar, bro. Yeah, he would smell like
Yeah, agreed.
smoky
yeah.
cigar.
Otherwise, also he would.
Yeah. So that's what I would assign Max cigar. And finally, does Josh pass the badass vibe check according to
I
you?
think definitely. Lot of badass moments, lot of
Yeah.
badass characters.
Yeah.
Actually, I think if not Sharad Saxena, I would have picked up like maybe the Vasco, the dad guy, the badass guy. I would like, bhai,
Okay.
He was the
शहर
bad
बना
dad.
दिया.
bad
He-
dad,
sure
but
he
like
was the
सौतेला
bad
dad
dad.
होके इतना बड़ा land छोड़ गया. I mean, it's better than all the saga dads. I think.
खुद का पुतला भी बनवाया.
वो तो लोगों ने बना दिया, but like it's just
Yeah.
good dad.
जो ग्रीक फिलोसोफर प्लेटो की तरह दिखता है for some reason वो पुतला.
Badass vibe check
Bad.
passes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
For me, I think it partly does because, especially like you said, the fact that it's a violent film, but it does not endorse violence. It still
Yeah.
says that guys do not do this. And
No, my thing is कि मुझे लग रहा है it did not endorse violence क्योंकि मैं नहीं हो गई endorsed. But क्या पता they intended to, but वो नहीं हो
no,
पाया.
I will come to that. The
Yeah.
ending of the film pretty much says don't get yourself involved in
Agreed,
this.
yeah.
And
it was quite funny.
the second reason I think it passes the badass vibe check is, like I said in the beginning, they endorse that you should end your competitiveness by singing together. So I think that's a pretty cool way to do that. Okay, that was our real badass segment. Do check out the real badass fragrance line from Wildstone, which is out right now. All right, guys. Speaking of singing, I think this is one of Anu Malik's best soundtrack. Every song I think is really good. So, of course, Hai Mera Dil and Mere Khayalon Ki Malka are the two big romantic ballads. Saila Ru Saila Re, of course, iconic song. Apun Bola, also great song. Then there's also Hum To Dil Se Haare. And then there's Zinda Hai Hum To.
Yeah.
Again, great
All
song.
of them
All
are
of them are
iconic.
great
All
songs.
But
of them.
Apun Bola is a very cancelable song because, of course,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
first song where like a
जहाँ पे
female
जो heroine
icon
है,
is like endorsing gay उसका style
Yeah.
हो गया ना
होठों
पे
पे
हाँ.
ना दिल पे हाँ होएगा.
And so yeah, मतलब उस टाइम पे सब कुछ cool लगता है. Even this song has a story flowing on कि अच्छा प्रिया गिल जा रही है and all the things वगैरह and like that and all, but
Yeah.
that
But you
way.
know, I mean, at this is the peak of the Khan rivalry. So of course, Amir sang Aati Kya Khandala 2 years before this. So Shahrukh also had to sing a song
Yeah.
in his own voice.
Yeah, and then Salman Khan realized 20 years later he should also
He should also do
sing
He
that.
a
also
song.
sang
For
something.
किसी
No,
का
I think
भाई.
Hello Brother में he sang क्या?
Did he?
He probably sang, no?
Okay, so Madhvendra has corrected me and has told us that Salman did in fact sing the song Chandi Ki Dol.
चांदी की डाल पर सोने का मोर सोने
But
का
out of
मोर.
3
From
Khans, I
Hello
would give
Brother?
award to, just if it's like the award for the best Khan singer.
Yeah, I think Apun Bola would take
Apun
it.
Bola,
Really?
Shahrukh Khan.
Better than
Yeah.
Aati Kya Khandala?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a very, like, if you get down to the rhyme and meter of it, the Apun Bola का जो middle section है, उसको मैंने बुलाया को कम करी खिला, that and then लोनावला में चिक्की खाएंगे water, both are just describing things they would do,
They would do.
for the
Agreed.
girl
Yeah.
that they're
Yeah.
trying to impress.
One is in first person, the other is in third person.
Yeah. But I think Atika Khandala is more iconic, no? Like more than
Iconic,
Apun
yeah,
More memorable,
definitely.
but like I
But
think a
Shahrukh
better song is
sings
this
better.
one. Like you just
Okay.
like more melodious and like he doesn't sound like off key. Shahrukh Khan. Apun bola.
But this is true. Atika Khandala is more memorable and iconic. Guess why? There's one reason for it. I'll give you a hint. I'll
Cheeky?
give you a hint. No, not cheeky, but there's one reason for it. In another very iconic film, that whole song was, played out. Not whole song, but like some part of it.
As in parodied or just played as it is?
Kind of
in
plays at it.
newer
played.
film?
No, old film.
Like around that time only, गुलाम के टाइम के
Yeah,
आसपास.
yeah.
आतिका
एक
खंडाला.
क्या बोलती टू टाइप का कोई दूसरा गाना था.
एक क्या बोलती
नहीं,
तू?
not parodied, but like वो referenced. Like that character starts singing that song.
आतिका खंडाला.
कुछ उस टाइप की मूवी होगा या
I can't
war
believe
type
you
की
guys
movies.
forgot about it. It's a very popular film. Way more popular than the original film, Gulam.
Is it like a big Yash Raj or a Karan Johar?
अकेले हम
Yes,
अकेले.
yes.
Oh.
It's one of those.
Is it
yeah.
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi?
Yeah.
Where does this happen?
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi
Oh,
Kabhi
in the
Kabhi.
car
Kabhi
when he
Khushi.
goes to drop her.
No,
Then?
Shawa के बाद अमिताभ बच्चन क्या
Oh,
बोलती तू
yeah.
and then he's not able to
Oh.
remember the lyrics. अरे घूमेंगे फिरेंगे God अरे घूमेंगे and then काजल
बस
अरे घूमेंगे
कीजिए,
फिरेंगे
अच्छा.
नाचेंगे गाएंगे ऐश करेंगे और क्या
Oh, yeah, Kajol entry.
Yeah, it's the Kajol
But that was
entry.
after this movie, no?
Yeah. No, Gulam was in 97, I think, and Kabhi
Yeah,
Khushi
this
Kabhi
was
Gum is 2001.
2001, yeah.
4 years, yeah. But trust Karan Johar to make someone else's song more popular in his own film. Well done.
And Shahrukh Khan also does the
Yeah.
matchstick wala scene. Yeah.
Okay, but I have to, of course, our producer pointed out that Gulam was composed by Jatin Lalit. This is composed by Anu Malik, so not the same music composers. But, so Hai Mera Dil is a lift from a song called Sealed with a Kiss by this artist called Brian Hyland.
Wow.
And Hum To Dil Se Haare, the opening part is very similar to the theme of the movie Last of the Mohicans. If you think that is
I
surprising.
think वो जो starting जो tune है ना वो भी पक्का लिफ्ट है टाड़ा 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 कहीं ना कहीं से
Yeah,
चुराई है
yeah.
पक्का.
But here's the thing, the theme from Last of the Mohicans was also copied in Karan Arjun. And Anu Malik was not the music composer for that. He was Rajesh Roshan. So it's been same tune has been
क्या
copied
बात
twice.
है. ये सब साले एक टाइम पे एक मूवी देखने जाते हैं.
और फिर वो एंड में याद है जब मैक्स जेल में होता है तो चर्च में दिखाते हैं वो म्यूजिक जो बजती
Oh, हाँ.
that is like a classical song.
Yeah,
classical
वहाँ पे
music.
तो उन्हें बोलेगा अब
And-
तो पता ही है तुम लोगों का. It's like we are not even like.
अनु मलिक बोला यार यूज कर ही लो यार क्या बोले. But yeah, despite
Old
all
Spice
that.
के कमर्शियल में आता था ना वो वाला म्यूजिक
Yeah.
कभी तो.
Used in a lot of movies.
This was वो the
And
I'm
the-
not उसका लिरिक्स भी बनाया था ना कुछ तो कि फेक लिरिक्स.
Yeah.
But the funny part in that thing is like उस सीन से जस्ट पहले ऐसा होता है कि ऐश्वर्या जाती है चंद्रचूड़ के पास कि मैक्स के बारे में ऐसा बोलते मैं सच का साथ देती हूँ तो मैं गॉड के साथ जाऊंगी तो इट्स अ like face off between सच्चाई versus God and how God helps her by killing Sushant Singh. मार डालो ऐसे and God's like I'm like hearing her prayers like
But that shot is pretty cool where she's coming out of the church and
Yeah.
Sushant Singh sees her. It's almost like she has cursed him. So now he's lost his life.
and then he has to like reveal the
सुशांत
thing.
सिंह का क्या रीजन था उसको I forgot what did he say.
So
No,
this
he
very
confesses before dying.
convoluted
but what
thing
was his
where
reason?
they stole Max's gun to kill him with his own gun. And then essentially Max shot Sharad Kapoor in self-defense.
Yeah.
And that's why it doesn't,
But उससे
it
पहले
wasn't
he sees
homicide.
ऐश्वर्या probably तो उससे कुछ ट्रिगर हो जाता है
Yeah,
सच्चाई उसके अंदर भी.
I forgot to mention this was on IMDb. I don't know how true this is. Like I know Anu Malik lifts tunes, but this is also pushing it. It said that the chorus of Siler Hu Siler Hai was inspired by Spider-Man. Siler.
How?
Siler Hai.
क्या बोला?
Spider-Man. तूने चुराया.
That is not the.
I know, but still, it's the same. It's the same.
It is the same.
I don't know. IMDb said this. That's why I
Siler
just thought कि ये थोड़ा push कर रहे हैं कि I know Anu Malik.
See, if
copies.
Siler होता ना तो मैं मानती, but Siler Ray, that is a different song in
The
itself.
song is so nice क्योंकि वो starting a
Yeah.
build up and then the song and dance it just doesn't बहुत सही
Yeah.
तरीके से है वो गाना तो एकदम से
Like you
vibe
know
up
there
कर
are
देता
some
है.
songs like अभी जब भी मैंने वो सुना था मेरे रंग में उसका भी बिगिनिंग का सुना था मैं छोटी थी तभी भी मैंने फिगर कर लिया ये अपना नहीं है ये अभी बट सेलर अभी पता है स्पाइडर मैंने फिर भी आई कैंट प्लेस द टू टुगेदर
Yeah, उतना तो हो जाता है I think.
I know, yeah. The church, which is very prominently featured, is a place in Goa, a church in
Panjim,
Goa, Panjim, called Our Lady of Immaculate Conception. It's used in a lot of films,
Yeah.
but it's in Panjim, not in
वो तो
Vasco.
खैर गाने के टाइम पे भी लोग कन्वीनियंटली मालदीव्स पहुंच जाते हैं. कहाँ पहुंचते हो इतना नीला
yeah.
पानी?
Is
हाय मेरा दिल.
Is Maldives, and that climax, the fight scene is shot in some fort in Vasai, the place where Max shoots Sharad Kapoor. Yeah, that's shot. This film won the best Filmfare Award for Best Art Direction. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Nice.
Because of the
Well
Shahrukh's
deserved,
earring,
yeah.
I think. So.
earring and I guess
The headband
framing
also.
the church
Shahrukh's
and all of that.
dresses are very
But dude, that
iconic.
headband was so iconic because name one other actor जिसके ऊपर वो headband अच्छा दिखेगा. Amir Khan tried in that movie with snakes. He's also wearing a headband in that movie. Premagan. Premagan नहीं, what तुम हो, what was
Amir
that movie's
Khan.
name? Yeah. Amir Khan. He played a snake charmer. I forgot.
Oh yeah, that
movie's
Juhi
name.
Chawla movie.
Yeah. तुम मेरे हो.
But it's like
something.
very gouty headband that
Gouty,
he's wearing.
of
It's
course,
just
of
like,
course.
ये वाला थोड़ा सा cool
तो
वाला
ये
था.
Shahrukh looked so cool in that
Yeah,
headband.
yeah.
Not many actors would look cool in the headband. Like
Shahrukh
that.
was like very. Abhi when I saw, he was like very. His peak looks basically in this movie.
Yeah, true.
Agree.
And like I think the worst fashion tragedy इस movie में जो होती थी क्योंकि Aishwarya looks great and everything and like उसका palette match करने के लिए चंद्रचूर को वही पहना देते थे पीली shirt and like a big वो
like Aishwarya
Maldives
was,
का वो
Aishwarya was looking like Aishwarya and Chandrachur was looking like उसके मतलब PTA teacher पे आने वाला बाप. Look, he had that look throughout the film. वो ऐसा ही दिख रहा है तो white t-shirt पहन रहा है. T-shirts are also looking like shirts on him.
T-shirt तो ठीक है वहाँ पे फिर भी उसका जो white shirt वो पहन के आता like this character will dress like this but like just वो song वाला होता ना कौन सा है
मेरे ख्यालों की नहीं
हाय मेरा दिल.
हाय मेरा दिल where they like they're romancing and like this thing
yeah.
couple goals तो उस गाने में सारे ही कर रहे हैं लोग मतलब गोवा में जाके लोग डाइविंग कर रहे हैं so many
Yeah.
activities but Chandrachur is like so it's one of those things कि honeymoon पे
living-
लोग गए हैं couple and like
Yeah.
wife is dressing up like very well and like husband ने पहली बार ये कपड़े पहने हैं
Like वो हनीमून पे आया है पर ऐश्वर्या अपने बॉयफ्रेंड के साथ गई है. It feels like that.
Another factual inaccuracy is this film is set in 1980, but they're dancing to a Ricky Martin song in the party, which wasn't around in 1980. But yeah, any other thoughts about Josh? Final thoughts before we go to the categories. मेरा trivia ये था. Okay, I'm gonna ask you. But you're close.
Pishy something.
No,
नहीं.
it starts with an M.
M only, no, हाँ.
Max no not Maxine
Not
Maxie,
not
yeah.
Max or Maxine, but close.
Mixi.
Maggie
Yes.
Maggie.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Yes, the cat's name was
Nice,
Maggie. Yeah,
yes.
you're correct.
चंद्रचूर के मुंह पे काला काला लग जाता बचाने के लिए like वो कबर्ड से उठाता है
Maggie.
Maggie.
Yeah. 2 मिनट में तैयार हो जाती थी वो पता है कहीं भी जाने के लिए. Anyway.
I was trying to think of a different 2-minute joke, but before that.
Any final thoughts about Josh before we go to the categories? Okay, let's do the categories. So, Madhvendra, what do you think from Josh has aged the best and what do you think has aged the worst in the last 23 years?
Age the best पता आई थिंक अगर हम इस पॉडकास्ट पे नहीं आता हमें भी शायद वो मूवी अच्छी लग रही होती बट बिकॉज आई सॉ इट अगेन विद लाइक ऑल द
critical
न्यू
eyes.
नॉलेज एंड ऑल द थिंग्स वगैरह तो लगा ओ भाई ये मूवी तो काफी
Yeah.
toxic masculinity and like violence तो नहीं but like even the way Shahrukh is क्योंकि these things I have heard in like the new discourse that Shahrukh's old movie he's a stalker boyfriend like
Right.
नहीं था इतना stalker चलता तो इतना जो भी हुआ मैं ऐसा लगता था but then I saw this movie I'm like इन लोगों का पूरा प्रिया गिल को वो वैसे ही कर रहा है कि उसके बॉयफ्रेंड को जाके मार रहा है कुछ कर रहा है
Yeah.
एंड शरद सक्सेना का भी वैसे ही बताया हुआ है कि एक तरीके से
But
so
I would argue, isn't the Rahul character also doing the same thing?
Rahul
He's-
character is
he's
also
just
doing the
not
same.
beating up the other
he's not
guys.
beating up because but like the way he's asking for that kiss वो लॉलीपॉप निकाल के वो लिप साइज that's just like
Yeah.
भाई सभी क्रीप है इस मूवी में मतलब
Yeah.
कोई के लिए रूट करने का मन तो नहीं कर रहा so it has
That is
not
true.
aged
Okay,
well.
so that hasn't aged well. What has aged well?
The song मतलब songs basically
Songs,
like
yeah.
जिंदा है
Music.
हम तो अभी भी हम सुन रहे oh nice
Yeah,
this is like good placement of
Yeah.
the song
Okay.
so
I just remembered कि see ये हमने बॉलीवुड मूवीज में पहले भी देखा है कि like the brother is the the head of the family and brother के हिसाब से लड़की का लव लाइफ डिसाइड होगा उसकी बहन का. This we have seen in प्यार किया तो डरना क्या. काजोल वाली फिल्म जिसमें अरबाज का is the last word. Then many other films, but I can't think of them right
Kajol, by the
now.
way, was offered the Priya Gill role, but she turned it down.
Good. But yeah, ये सब movies में हमने देखा हुआ है कि ऐसा होता है कि the brother is the strong one. The only difference that we can see in this movie is that at least the sister is shown chilling with the brother and his friends.
Correct. She's not
That's the
coward and
major
scared
difference.
of Max.
Like उसका ऐसा नहीं है कि अलग से लाइफ है वो एकदम ऐसी सीधी सादी बहन ऑफ अब गुंडा भाई नहीं वो भी गुंडी है. And even Shahrukh is like वो she's an attractive girl, of course लड़के flirt करेंगे. Like it is very casual that way.
Actually, that way it is there.
That was very nice.
She's giving Gunda suggestions also. Chuha Raktan. It's like her brainstorming idea basically. Like, wow.
She's the brainstorming person for Eagle Gang.
Exactly. Like she's also like she's a hangs out with them. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बहन है तो लड़कियों के साथ चिल कर ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है उसका. So that was refreshing. That has aged well, I feel.
That has aged well. What hasn't aged well?
I think that got perfected in Jaane Tu Ye Jaane Na.
You gave your suggestion. You can't steal Urjita's point. You're saying Genelia is like that in Jaane
No,
Tu Ye Jaane
the
Na?
brother-sister sort of equation was like also like, and like it's from the same makers, no, basically.
It is, but in Jaane Tu Ye Jaane Na, they have a strained relationship.
It's not. In fact, that relationship is not healthy at all.
The brother-sister.
No,
it
it's not.
reaches a point where he then confesses why he has problems with her. Where he says कि तुझे दूसरा दोस्त मिल गया मैं अकेला रह गया.
But then it is more like a mutual handshake rather than them hanging out with each other. Like I see Shahrukh and Aishwarya, they genuinely had love.
Yeah.
इन दोनों में कैसा कुछ भी problem हो जाए तो भी they can rely on each other.
Yeah.
So इसलिए I feel like there, like in comparison, I think I would prefer like Shahrukh Aishwarya का brother-sister relation.
Sure.
So that has aged well, like the chillness about the relationship. What hasn't aged well is, man, I think the nice guy version of Chandrachur Singh. The fact that he just expected...
The one beta guy in the movie.
Yeah, the fact that he just expected her to fall in love with him, you know, कि मैं अच्छी चीजें करूँगा इससे मेरे प्यार में पड़ जाएगी. Even though it is not spelled out, but then it felt like she fell in love with him out of pity. So that...
Fair enough.
That hasn't aged
Cool.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, music I think has aged the best. Like I said,
nice.
one of Anu Malik's best scores. What hasn't aged well? Yeah, like it. Like even though this film came out in 2000, like this has a very 90s feel to it. Like I'll give you an example. Like when Chandrachur Singh comes, okay, so Sharad Kapoor goes up to him and he's like, Rahul, mera bhai. You know, he's spelling out every single thing that has to be in the movie.
Nice.
Even when father is telling Max something, he's like, मैं तुमको बचपन से पाला है, तुम्हारी माँ जाने के बाद तुम, you know, it's like every single thing.
हम तुमको पाला हूँ शंकर.
नहीं पर foreshadowing तो उस मूवी को ज़्यादा ही है. वो बोलता है ये
तेरे बाप का ग्राउंड है क्या?
And the good part is,
Nice.
and Shahrukh takes a moment to come for the comeback. He's like,
क्यों तेरा माँ ने तेरे को नहीं बताया?
So that's like,
Which technically doesn't make sense. Because तेरा बाप का ग्राउंड है क्या? तो शाहरुख का बाप सपोज अगर मिस्टर कपूर है एंड कहता है क्यों तेरी माँ ने नहीं बताएगा तो तेरी ये क्या इसकी माँ और तेरा बाप ये क्या रिलेशन why how does it make sense even that way? So मुझे थोड़ा अजीब
But that
लगा.
joke was funny when Sharad Saxena says तुझे कपड़े निकाल के मारूंगा. मेरे को मारने के लिए तुमको अपना कपड़ा क्यों निकालना पड़ेगा? That's funny. So yeah, I think the writing, even though like you said the script is the real badass, I think the writing has evolved, I think, since this
but yeah,
film
movie
came
is
out.
tight in the sense like the sequence things are happening even like during the
Sure,
songs.
yeah,
वगैरह
lots
ऐसा
of
नहीं
things
कि-
are
Also, I
happening.
mentioned why
Fluff.
it is the real
Yeah,
badass.
absolutely. Yeah,
I'm
no.
not saying it is great in any way, but yeah.
But fair enough, yeah. Madhvendra, if you had to program a double feature with Josh, another film that you think will complement Josh, which one would you prefer?
Another film that will complement Josh.
Yeah, if you had to program two.
I think Mansoor Khan movies only because the Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar has like a similar vibe to it, like the two sort of.
I won't say
cool off.
similar vibe.
I think Jojita Vaishakandar is much better.
Much
but,
better,
But I
but
get
like-
what you're saying. There are scenes of these gang members hanging out which kind of give me the
Yeah.
same vibe as Jojita.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
पहले मैं नहीं पता कि मंसूर खान is the director, but like when I saw the name, I'm like, oh, of course, this
Right.
is like थोड़ा सा.
हाँ, I think the difference is that Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar इसमें we see the whole movie from one character's perspective. Like the movie only cares about one character's arc. That is
Correct.
Amir Khan's
Yeah,
arc.
Yeah.
So and in this movie ऐसा कोई नहीं है.
Who according to you was a loser, as you mentioned in the movie. Also, I think it's believable because it's like a college rivalry and that's what their world is
Yeah.
confined to. I'm like,
Yeah.
हाँ बच्चे लोग तो होते ही ऐसे like
Yeah.
वो college में झगड़ा. But this where they've taken the entire city hostage is a little hard to believe. But that's a good choice. Jo Jita Wahi Sikandar. For you, Urjita, if you had to program a double feature.
I think with Josh, I would pair Gulam.
Okay, nice.
Because I think
so that you can hear both
Bola.
Amir and Shahrukh.
Yeah, and also in fact वो similar vibe because he also plays a gunda in that film.
Yeah, the
Amir
Shah
Khan.
Saxena Film Festival.
Yeah.
Why not? Yes. Sharad Saxena comes up a lot in the films that we cover.
Yeah, he was there in all the films. Dude, all the
Satya,
iconic
you have covered
films.
Satya.
No, I haven't covered Satya. Does he have a big role in Satya?
He's a dad in Satya, no? Of the Rani Mukherjee.
Was he? I don't remember. I just remember her dad dies.
Yeah, that dad is Shah
Spoiler
Saxena.
alert.
Yeah.
But he has a big role in Badshah. Main
Oh,
to hu
yeah.
pagal.
मैं तो हूँ पागल.
My double feature is a film that came around the same time but shows, I think this was like Aishwarya announcing her arrival, which is Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam. Also it shows a different side of Salman. And yeah, I think it's a good double feature to have with इतना मार धाड़ देखने के बाद you want to watch a nice Sanjay Leela
कोई
Bhansali
संबंध नहीं
film.
दोनों फिल्म्स में.
I know, but
या आपको देखनी है हमने दे चुके सनम तो उसकी नाम ले रहे हो अभी आप. क्या है ये डबल फीचर मतलब क्या गुलाब जामुन के साथ कॉर्नेटो आइसक्रीम ये क्या.
मैं गुलाब सोचा था actually, but you took it, so I was like, oh, what should I do? But I was like, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam.
सरफरोश.
No, but again, this is like, again, in my head, somehow Josh seems like a much older film than Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam.
That is very true.
But it's like, it's not, it came out
very
around
true.
the same time. But yeah. Okay, so Madhvendra, on a Has It Aged Well scale of 1 to 10, if you had to rate Josh, Josh a score, how much would you rate it?
2.
Hi, yaar.
Is this the lowest score?
No, I gave 0 to Deewane Hue Pagal.
अच्छा, okay.
But I think...
दीवाने में पागल क्या?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, with Andy Regu. It was his choice. We will not go much into that. But for a Shahrukh film that we've covered, I think this is clearly the
Yeah.
lowest. Very, very high standards you have.
I mean, from Shahrukh film, it just looks like actually a nice Shahrukh film. But I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, you don't have to
But
change your
two.
scoring.
Yeah, it's
Don't get
okay. You can
influenced. Yeah.
I thought I'll say ki has it aged well? Like this movie has aged like the character Pa from Pa. With age, it has become more retarded.
Can't use that.
It's okay, he can give a 2. यहाँ से you can take it. It's okay, he can give a 2 because I am assuming कि इसकी ना में इसकी हाँ होगी तो क्या पता इसके 2 में इसका 20 होगा.
Would you watch Josh again?
No.
No.
Songs, yes, not the movie.
Not the movie. Okay. Urjita, on a scale of 1 to 10?
On the has it aged well
Yeah.
scale, I think 5.
Okay.
It hasn't aged that well. But on a rewatchability scale, I think maybe like a 6.5 if I'm watching it with friends. Alone तो नहीं देखूंगी मैं इसको. The songs, yeah, they are in my playlist also. All the songs.
So like what, watching it with friends, what gives it that 1.5 extra?
क्योंकि everything, the look of the film, the whole culture that they bring in,
Right.
which is not exactly accurate also.
हाँ.
But then I like it. I like it when a film takes me to a new universe.
Okay.
Because ये गुंडा यूनिवर्स हम कितना मुंबई का ही देख रहे कब से तो फॉर अ चेंज इट वाज रिफ्रेशिंग टू सी लाइक गो ऑन गुंडा यूनिवर्स.
Correct, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
freshness तो है. मतलब
Yeah.
gundas, dancing, singing. It's just like
Exactly. And also
new
उधर का
culture.
मतलब राम्बा सांबा पे डांस करे ऐसा नहीं गोवा दिखा के वापस मराठी लावणी चालू है.
There's no Visarjan song.
Yeah. Also GGU has a nice ring to it also. Go on Gunda universe. Yeah.
GG. Mera bhi on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it 5. I think, like Urjita mentioned, parts of it are entertaining. Music is
Yeah.
great, but like I said, I think we have evolved when it comes to writing and filmmaking since then. Would I watch it again? Like Madhvendra, I would watch the songs. I think songs are very well picturized, very well sung. But the whole movie maybe after 10-15 years when we redo an episode of Josh, we'll do that.
But if they make a musical adaptation of Josh at NMAC
stage.
and they have discounted tickets,
Only
I will go
at
and watch.
NMAC only.
Yes.
You would not watch it at NCP. It's like nahi
Yeah,
NMAC
NCP
mein
chalega,
chahiye.
it's nice.
सरदार मैंने आपका नमक
Habitat भी चलेगा in fact. I'm like not very picky.
But with like Shahrukh and Sharad Kapoor.
नहीं musical तो I'm thinking like the musical dancers and singers.
हाँ.
By the way, you guys have actually like तुमने शरद कपूर को कई बार शरद सक्सेना बुलाया and शरद सक्सेना को शरद कपूर.
नहीं, I have not
Like,
mixed my
no,
shirts.
you have mixed it.
I have mixed my
once.
shirts.
Yeah,
I'm
you have.
disappointed in
I
myself.
wanted to correct, but then the moment was gone. So I
It's
just
okay.
did. So for all the people जो correct करेंगे, मैं अभी से बता देती हूँ, हो जाती है गलती guys.
भावनाओं को समझो guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that was our rating scale. Let's do the alternate ending segment right now. Okay, this is the alternate ending segment where Madhvendra, we suggest an alternate ending to the original ending of the film, or we can pitch a sequel to Josh. Do you have an alternate ending
I
in
think
mind?
we all have that same alternate ending in our mind. It's
Guys, let's keep this PG. It's not Game of
fuck the
Thrones.
Chandrachur character. Let him go and like Shahrukh Khan.
Why, Madhvendra?
I mean, the chemistry write the second movie itself. It's just.
केमिस्ट्री लैग को
Actually,
आग
there's
लग
also a movie
जाएगी
with Shahrukh Khan where they lived happily ever after. क्योंकि कभी नहीं रहा ना, क्योंकि जोश में भाई बहन मोहब्बत है, भूतनी बन गई वो. And
To be
देवदास
fair,
में.
Mohabbatein did have a happily ever after thing.
No,
because
she was a.
Amitabh also starts seeing her then.
But like with Aishwarya and Shahrukh, they never had.
True,
And
yeah.
then Devdas also never.
Which
So
in
this movie second part can have that.
in a
Fuck.
in an award show, Shahrukh Khan had also mentioned this. You know how they have banter कि Aishwarya और
How they
मेरा
have what?
कभी banter no in award
Banter.
shows. What did you hear?
Banged her. I'm sorry, we've been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. Just banter. What banter?
This. नहीं यार.
Madhvendra put that thought in our heads. Okay, we didn't have it.
Award show है, why would it?
हाँ.
So award show में this is like I think 2010-15 के अराउंड का कोई तो अवार्ड शो था क्योंकि जिसमें शाहरुख खान वो ऐश्वर्या राय के साथ वो बैंटर कर रहा था एंड उसमें
Tell us what the banter was.
उसमें शाहरुख खान ने बोला था कि यार ऐश्वर्या मैं हम दोनों इतने सुपरस्टार्स रह चुके हैं मतलब अभी भी फिर भी वाई इज इट दैट वी नेवर हैव अ हैप्पी एंडिंग इन एनी फिल्म. देवदास में मैं चल बसता हूँ एंड कौन सी जोश में हम दोनों भाई बहन इतने एंड ही मेंशंस द लेंसेज आल्सो that I had to wear lenses just so that I could look like you. He said he also, oh by the way, he calls out the filmmakers of Josh at some point, I don't remember where, कि the audacity of the filmmakers to mention it thrice in the film कि हम दोनों twins हैं. ये मतलब ये इतनी बड़ी insult ऐश्वर्या राय के लिए कि मैं इसका twin हूँ. But yeah, he actually
But
mentioned
so
it.
Madhvendra, if we had to go with your ending, then I would figure out a way to like reveal that they actually are not like they are step siblings. They're not like
How? But the twins. How is the step twins?
Fuck, what some movie I
The
saw.
justification is somehow worse than the OG thought.
Oh no, have you've seen it, The Great Indian Family, the Vicky Kaushal film?
Now I don't want to.
No, because in that they have given, I mean, I'm sorry, spoilers for Great Indian Family, but they have given characters we think are twins throughout the film. It's revealed in the end that one of them is actually adopted. So yeah.
तो उनका कुछ होता है क्या बाद में नहीं ना? तो ये सेम कैसे हुआ?
यार उसमें वो कम्युनल हार्मनी दिखाने के लिए उन्होंने बताया. यहाँ पे कुछ और टाइप की हार्मनी. Okay, so Urjita, do you have a non-PG alternate ending or else we'll wrap up the show? Josh ka porn parody, which is also called Josh.
Spell it out.
Gross. Josh ka porn parody, gross.
No, it would be called Jawani ka Josh.
That would play in Tikamgarh halls.
That was our episode, guys. Thank you so much.
You alternate ending, right?
Yeah.
I feel in this alternate ending, Chandrachur he lets Shahrukh die. Die as in like he lets Shahrukh go
फांसी
inside.
पे.
फांसी पे हाँ वो बताता ही नहीं उसको.
So, but then they don't end up together.
They do ना वो शाहरुख को फांसी पे जाने देता है.
हाँ.
But then फिर बाद में मतलब ऐश्वर्या is all alone now and she's like कि मेरे भगवान ने तुम्हें because now the thing is he's very furious. He's like
She became an atheist.
किसी पे तो blame जाना चाहिए
हाँ,
किसी
हाँ.
इसका तो then वो जाने देता है you know in this fit of rage and then फिर now of course now they both now are not together anymore because इसने ऐसा कर दिया इसके भाई के साथ and then yeah फिर उन दोनों में झगड़ा होता है फिर Eagle and Bichchu gang sequel अभी ऐश्वर्या is leading a
Actually, that's a great movie because now Aishwarya has to like detectively find out like, oh fuck, did he
What
fuck with my
actually
brother?
happened, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, and he's like the.
Yeah. No, Aishwarya doesn't find out because he over here
Fuck with
कैसे
my brother.
no
I was supposed to know.
नहीं it's interesting because see over here कैसे ऐश्वर्या को सच में लग रहा था गलती से इससे हुआ, but then she doesn't know actually what's the reality, so which is why she's mad at Chandrachur for letting her brother go, but then she still convinces herself कि नहीं, which is why she actually forgives Chandrachur at one point and they both get married and all, until one fine day she finds out that Chandrachur knew that he hadn't killed him.
So then make it full Godfather, na? Then Chandrachur actually takes the mantle of the Bichchu gang ka hero.
Yeah, and then only for Aishwarya to realize later. Yeah.
There you go. I think we've made the perfect sequel to Josh. Yeah. Part 2. Yeah, I think we have great alternate endings. I prefer Madhvendra's than but
मैं नहीं बोला था ये वाला. ये क्या है माधवेंद्र को credit क्यों मिल रहा है?
Your incestuous ending, alternate ending.
उसका incestuous था, mine was different.
That's what I prefer both of them. Whatever. I'll mash up these two and make a movie. That was our episode, guys. It was a great episode. Madhvendra, anything you want to promote? You want to give out your social media handles? You can.
Yeah, I'm at Madhvens, Madhvens.
Why are you laughing so much?
And I'm doing a show in Delhi on 7th of December. So if you are in Delhi, please come to watch. It's a 3-people show, lineup show I'm doing with Manik Mahana and Pratyush Chaubey.
Oh,
and
nice.
Come to Laughter Nation in Hoskas. It will be a very fun show.
Okay.
So,
Take your name again properly.
Madhvendra. Acha no, the handle?
Huh?
Handle name?
Just
Both,
promote
both.
your, give out your handles.
You started laughing. So
We were so funny that you didn't really give out your handles.
Yeah, the alternate ending is like still. So my handle, yes, it's Madhvens, Madhvns. And I'm doing a show on 7th of December. It's a Thursday, I think so, in Delhi, Housecast, with very funny comedian Manik Mahana and Pratyush Chaubey. So please come watch it if you're in Delhi.
Cool. All right. And if you're in Bombay, Madhvendra usually performs at Habitat and all the other places, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Any place that I...
Cool. And you also have a YouTube channel.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
ये याद क्यों दिलाना पड़ रहा है?
Yes, even I forget some...
Madhvendra with every new piece of information.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh, yeah.
He's like, कमाल है, मैंने ये सब कब किया?
Urjita, where can people find you?
You guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel @Urjitavani and also follow me on Instagram @Urjitavani. Love you. And send me DMs if you like.
Be careful what you wish for.
No, as in DMs, like anything about the episode.
Okay.
But yeah.
And you can follow me on Instagram @AbbasMomin88 and @AbbasMomin on Twitter. I always promote this show on the other IVM Pop shows, so I will take this opportunity to promote the other IVM Pop shows, where also you can find me, called Pop Rap and Just a Filmy Game Show. Urjita and me will be on episodes of Just a Filmy Game Show very soon, so you can catch us there. I will not tell you who won and who lost, and we were paired with other game players. So check those out as well. It's all available on the IVM Pop YouTube channel, so subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening to us on an audio platform, please rate and review us. It helps us reach more people. And one final time, this was Has It Aged Well, brought to you by our friends at Wildstone Perfumes. You can check out the badass line of fragrances which is out right now on wildstone.in. Thank you, Madhvendra. Thank you, Urjita. We'll see you next week.
Please, अच्छी चीजें comment करो.
Please.
Thank you.
Next week with a new movie and a new guest. Till then, bye-bye.
IVM